Have you ever wanted to have a project, a hot rod, something, some car you've always wanted, but you just don't seem like today's prices you have enough money to even try to attempt it? Well, today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years of how you can build the one you always wanted for pennies on the dollar and have a vehicle that you can trust and enjoy and pass on if you want to, like I want to my grandkids someday. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to do it. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right. Now, the first thing I want to say is this isn't just about square bodies. This isn't about anything in particular. This is about everybody has that one vehicle or that type of vehicle that they enjoy. So to get to the process of finding, building, and then enjoying and driving, sometimes it can take a ton of money, and you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a really respectable truck. So why older ones? Why? Because they're tough. Okay. The new stuff, you can't tell me that in 50 years, which is how old this truck is, you can't tell me that in 50 years that something that's built today is going to be still here. These suckers were built tough. They're built to last, So yeah, let's preserve some of them. All right. First things first is you got to find decide whatever you're looking for and find it at the right price. And I'm not talking about a caddy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about finding parts trucks, finding something with a title. Okay. That's the first thing is if you can't find it, you can't build it. And if somebody wants too much money for it to begin with, then you're running backwards to begin with. So first things first is to find something that's in your price range. And like me, normally I wait for tax return. And that's when I'm shopping is in the spring. So I'm willing to look out and buy a POS as long as the cab has a title. All right. And like any other thing, they're all going to have issues. There's a list of issues on every make, model, year. There's always going to be rust spots, prone to damage, suspension, frames. There's always going to be something. But if you do a little research and you take your time, you can find that one thing. Oh, going back to price. I do most of my shopping on Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace has become the place to go when you're looking for whole cars, parts, specific part. All you got to do is search it, and it'll pull up from how far away from you. It might be an afternoon drive. You might have to do an afternoon drive to go pick up the parts that you need, but you'll only be buying the one part that you need. Now, around here, like a parts truck, like a 73 through 86 parts truck, and a parts truck is going to be rough. It's going to be beat to hell. Okay. But you can get them around here in the Arkansas, Oklahoma area, within 100 miles of me, 150 miles of me. You can get them for $800 to $1,200, and if you get really lucky, you can get one that's already been kind of beat up on, or somebody has it tore apart, and you can get it for $500. And most generally, those aren't going to have titles, but they are a wealth. They are like a treasure chest full of usable parts. Once you start tearing one apart and you have to put it back together again, just simple thing like nuts and bolts can be problematic and can be expensive. If you've been to the hardware store lately, that stuff ain't cheap. So having a truck, say I need a couple of screws for the door, and have one sitting outside, just go out there and get it and pop it and pull it, and you ain't got to spend no money, clean them up, put some paint on them and put them in. That's a big plus. That is a huge money saver. Going along with that is, most generally when I look for a parts something, I'm looking for something that already has an engine and transmission in it. I don't care if it's running or not. As long as the engine and transmission are in it and intact, then that's a winner chicken dinner for me. All the brackets, all the nuts and bolts, everything will be on that truck that you need for your project truck. It'll be there. If you need it, it'll be there. And I'll give you one bit of advice about square bodies, okay? If you can find them for parts trucks with engines, transmissions in them, look for 3/4 tons and 1 tons. They're just, the engines came from, especially the 73 to 80 stuff. If you can find a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton, you're going to have a lot of heavy duty, built to last engine, transmission, drivetrain. It's going to be, you're going to have dual tanks. You're going to have, heavy springs, 14 bolt rear ends. You're going to have all kinds of good beef. And that is a huge plus right there. Okay, the next thing goes along with everything else is body parts. Okay. My buddy brought me that rear end. Now I'm going to have to put a patch panel on right there, but that's the only thing that's wrong with that whole bed. The bed is good. He had this sitting in the weeds for years. He brought me a hood, a couple of doors, a fender, and this bed. And all we did, he brung it over on the he loaded over the tractor, brung it over on the trailer, and we just lifted it off the trailer and put it onto the frame because I needed a new bed, because the other bed that I had from this truck was just junk. It was terrible. It got hauled off. Good idea. But this thing had motor, transmission, drivetrain, driveline. It's got a gas tank. It's got all the electrical connections. It has flow masters on it, which we're going to reuse. All these parts, all of this, the front end suspension, the brake lines, the motor mounts, everything is usable, because after over 50 years, they get the hell beat out of them. And just having a parts truck for just nuts and bolts and little bits and pieces and things is just such a blessing. Okay, now I want to talk to you about Bodywork. And you're going to put in the work and the time, okay? But there's going to come a time when you have to use what you got. And that's what I had to do. I had to do 3 patches on this side and 1 patch on the far side on the back for that bed to get it right. And I still don't have it exactly right. I got to do a little bit of work on this taillight, but I've got her pretty much done in. The door was one that I had. This door was off of a truck I had from 2 years ago that I'm having to do a whole bunch of work to because it was rough. But I'm doing it. And because I'm using what I got, because one of the biggest problems you're going to have with square bodies is wing windows. Okay. I had 4 or 5 sets of windows, but I only got 2 sets that's got wing windows in them. So this is what I had, and this is what I'm going to use, because if I'd spent the money to retro all of this, because set of wing windows is $200 plus shipping. Okay. Just the wing windows themselves. And then all the tracks, all the pieces, which if you can see up here, I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of little bits and pieces that I've took off over the years that I saved up. Harnesses, nuts and bolts, pieces everywhere. With that, yeah, I've got a storeroom. This is what I call my storeroom. And the wife don't like it, but I mean, when I need something, it's here. So I've got bits and pieces, patch panel materials. I got doors. Like I said, you'll see the doors over here, no wing windows. Oh, and the other thing about doors is passenger sides, you're going to find them all day long. Most of the time, they're generally in good use. Driver's side is going to be your issue. You're going to have a hard time finding good driver's side doors, no matter what you're looking for, because they get used the most. They get the most damage. They get beat on the most. Driver's side doors of whatever you're into is going to be a problem. But it's always cheaper to buy a parts truck or a parts hot rod or a parts Camaro or a parts Mustang, whatever it is. It's always cheaper to do it like this way than to just open a catalog and get your credit card out and just start buying stuff. You're always going to save money. Okay, and like everything else, I'm going to go to the interior on these, because they get the hell beat out of them. All these cars are 50 and 60 years old. All of them. Okay. Anything from the 70s and 60s is going to be old. So you're going to patch floors. You are going to paint. You are going to scrape. You're going to have to weld. You're going to have to do all kinds of stuff. But like this is two clusters full of parts to make one good cluster, okay? And finding plastics that are all together and speedometers and fuel gauges and everything. And again, like I said, just parts. I just have parts full, and I have racks and racks and racks of windshield wiper motors and headlight buckets, and all it takes is a little bit of soap and water and some elbow grease, and you've got just as good a part as if you buy brand new without the cost. Again, without the cost. All right. I hope this gave you guys a whole bunch of ideas of what to do. It's kind of like sacrificing a few to save the many. Okay. You're sacrificing parts off of one to save, and so you can build and enjoy and have a good time and spend time with your buddies, spend time with your kids, spend time with your significant other, whatever it is, making some old stuff into new good stuff for fun and for almost free. Hey, it will not be Concourse, Barrett Jackson, $25 million truck. No, but it'll be reliable. You'll know exactly what's done to it, and you'll be able to enjoy it. I'm going to build this one so that I ain't afraid to park it in Walmart parking lot. I ain't afraid of door ding. Ain't nothing I can't fix. Ain't nothing I can't push on and fix out. Okay, so build them, enjoy them, have a great time, enjoy the beautiful weather. Such a good day today. It's been so cold. It's 75 degrees here in Oklahoma. We're good. So if you're still here, like, share, and subscribe. Smash that button, hit that bell, tell your friends. Y'all have a great day, because a great day today can mean an even better day tomorrow with a built hot rod. Y'all be good.